Once again, we are here. Welcome to all the virtual class students to this English class. So today, in the beginning of the class, I would like to give few examples for some of the parts of speech. I would like to give only 5 minutes, not more than 5 minutes for this exercise, because this exercise is really very, very simple. The sentence may be point out the parts of speech of the following word. There may be the chances of asking noun, then adjective and adverb. Conjunction may not be asked because there is separate question for linkers or conjunction. Preposition here may not be asked because there is separate question for prepositions, you know. Verb may not be asked because there is separate question for verb. Fill in the blanks with the suitable verb. So, we have to concentrate to noun, then adjective and adverb. I give you just 3 or 4 examples. Look at here. Then here, yes. Yes. Name the parts of speech of the underlined words. All of us, we know that there are 8 parts of speech. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, conjunction, prepositions, etc. Now look at here. Shivaji was a brave king. Now here the underlined word is brave. So what is brave? Here brave is used as a describing word. Brave tells us something more about king. What type of king? Brave king. So here brave is adjective. Adjective. You may ask me one question, sir, what is adjective? Adjective means describing word. A word which tells us something more about the word for describing, it is called adjective. For example, she is a girl. What type of girl? Honest girl. Honest girl. So, honest, that word is going to describe about girl. Calcutta is a city. What type of city? Calcutta is a big city. This is Example for adjective of quantity, big, small, quantity. Yesterday I ate 2 mangoes, 2 numbers, adjective of numbers. Now here this is example for adjective of quality, quality. Okay, yes. So adjective का मतलब है describing words, describing words. Good boy, handsome boy, beautiful girl, pretty girl, fine picture, holy river, good teacher. All these are examples for adjective. Okay, yes. Then the rose is a beautiful flower. So what is beautiful? Once again, quality. Beautiful is example for quality. So qualifies the noun. Adjective qualifies the noun. Adjective tells us something more about the noun. Remember, adjective will not tell us about the verb. Adjective will not tell us about another adverb. Adjective usually tells us something more about the noun. You remember? King Ashoka was a king. The meaning of king is not clear here. Ashoka was a great king. Oh, great king. The meaning of king is clear here. So, beautiful once again is adjective. Adjective of, what is that? Adjective of quality. Ali punah adjective of quality agatela, just give the name adjective. Okay. Then strength is life. Underlined word is strength. So what is the parts of speech of strength? Strength. Whether this is adjective, whether this is adverb, no. The parts of speech of strength is that is noun. Noun. Ad hege. Noun is a word used as the name of a person, place, animal or thing. Yes. So abstract noun is there. Abstract noun. Quality, childhood, that is noun. He satisfied his hunger, that is noun. How can I explain you? All of us, you know Ravana. Even Ravana was very brave. Rama is brave. Ravana is also brave. Ravana was renowned for his bravery. So what is the difference between brave and bravery? You see, brave is adjective. Bravery, that word derives from brave, adjective, and bravery, that is noun. That is abstract noun. Yes. Then here, strong. The elephant is strong animal. Strong is adjective, and noun form of strong is strength. Tenali Raman was a wise minister in the court of Emperor Krishnadevaraya. Yes. So here, wise minister, wise is adjective, and he was famous for his wisdom. So wisdom, that is the quality. So quality, that is called as noun. Abhimanyu was very brave. Abhimanyu was renowned for his bravery. He satisfied his hunger. Hunger is a noun. Yes. Then, honesty is the best policy. What is that? Honesty is the best policy. Honest is adjective. Honesty is noun. Then, the parents gave their children good advice. You see here, advice, advice, A-D-V-I-S-E, A-D-V-I-C-E. Both are pronounced as advice. Both are pronounced as advice. Here, first one, this is verb. Remember, this is verb. The teacher advised the student. Salahayanna needu. The teacher gave a good advice to the students. Here, advice is noun. Advice is noun. Okay. The girl is smiling, verb. The girl is smiling, verb. The girl gave a good smile. Nagu. Here, smile is noun. Yes. Our headmaster noticed a notice in the notice board. I have prepared this sentence. Yes. What is that? Our headmaster noticed a notice in the notice board. Our headmaster noticed, verb, a notice, notice, that is a noun, N-O-U-N, okay, yes. Mala is an intelligent girl. Our headmaster praised Mala for her intelligence. So, I am going to explain you parts of speech in one sentence. So, in one sentence, I gave you more than 10 examples. Intelligent is adjective. Intelligence is noun. Yes. Then, thirsty. I am thirsty today. I fulfilled my thirst. Thirst is noun. Thirst is noun. And thirsty is adjective. Innocent is adjective and noun form is innocence. Okay. She has full of confidence because she is a confident girl. Confident adjective, noun form, confidence. Yes. Happy girl, happiness. Happiness is the real wealth. We say happiness is the real wealth. Adjective is happy and noun form is happiness. Yes. I saw a healthy child. Healthy is adjective and noun form is health. We say health is wealth. In Kannada we say arogyave bhagya, that is health, that is noun. Okay. Yes. The girl is very attractive. Attractive girl, adjective. I don't know what is the secret of her. I don't know what is the secret of her attraction. Yes. Attraction, that is noun form. That is noun form. Yes. So, now here I have given you the example for noun form. Okay. Yes. Ravi is a wise boy. This wise tells us something more about noun. So, wise is once again, what is that? Adjective. Adjective. The children watched the birds. What did they do? The children watched what? Birds. Then one more question is there, that is how? That is how? How did the children watch the bird? The children watched the birds carefully. So there is the answer for how. How did the children watch the birds? So what is carefully? Carefully, this tells us something more about the verb. Carefully, this word tells us something more about the word. Remember, a word which tells us something more about noun, that is called adjective. A word which tells us something more about the noun, that is called adjective, whereas the word which tells us something more about verb, it is called adverb. So carefully, this is adverb. Add andre ಸೇರಿಸುವಂತದ್ದು. In Kannada we say kriya visheshana. What is that? Kriya visheshana. Yes. She argued. Confident. Confident is adjective. Confidently. What is that? Confidently. Then the lady entered the class, smile, that is smilingly. Smilingly. All the children listened to their new teacher with attention. So attention is noun and adverb is attentively. What is that? Attentively. Yes. The boy is honest. Honest boy. Yes. Honest boy. Adjective, noun form. Honesty. Yes. Honestly. That is adverb. So here we have briefly discussed about three things. One is noun and adjective and adverb. Okay. Yes. So one more question is there we have to discuss, that is what is that? Use the same word. What is that? Use the same word as verb and noun. Use the same word as noun and verb in your sentence. ಹಾಗೆ ಆಗತ್ತಾ? ವಾಕ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಶಬ್ದವನ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯಾಪದವನ್ನಾಗಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಬೇಕು. ಅದೇ ಪದವನ್ನ ನಾವು ನಾಮಪದವನ್ನಾಗಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಬೇಕು. Is it possible? Yes. In English, we can use the same word as verb and sometimes adjective also. Okay, adjective also. I give you one example. Yes. Look at here. Look at here. In the first sentence, I wrote the answer. In the first sentence, answer is used here as noun, that is uttara. I wrote the answer. So here we have to write down the side heading, that is noun. Okay. I answer the question. Here it is used as verb. This is uttarisu. I answer the question. Answer my question. What is that? Answer my question. Verb. I don't know the answer. That is noun. So, same verb or same word may be used here as verb and noun. Verb and noun. I can give you one more example. Smile. It's a very simple word. Smile. The girl smiles. The girl gave a nice smile. Now look at the difference between these two words. First of all, here smile, that is used as verb. I smile, you smile, whereas he or she smiles. Yes, lagana chahiye. The girl gave a nice smile. So here it is used as noun. Here it is used as verb. Okay. So you can use the same word as sometimes adjective. What is that? Adjective and noun. Now here, yes, attract. Using verb. How? The rose attracts many people. Yes. I was attracted by the color of the rose. That is verb. I don't know what is the attraction of a rose. Now here, attract is verb and attraction, that is used as noun. Yes. Today I picked up an attractive flower. So attract, noun, that is attraction, and adjective form of attract is attractive. Yes. Mala is an attractive girl. The rose is an attractive flower. What is her attraction? Noun. Okay. Yes. Can we use the word color? Can we use the word color? How? You look at here. Color. The children colored the paintings. The children colored the paintings. Verb. The children gave color to the paintings. The children gave color to the paintings. First, color is used as verb and then it is used as noun. So, same word can be used as, what is that? Noun and verb. I can give you a very good example. Look at here. What is that? Conduct. How it is pronounced? It is pronounced as conduct. Am I right? It is pronounced as conduct, and it is also pronounced as conduct. Both are right. So, it is conduct and conduct. It is pronounced as conduct when it is used as noun. It is pronounced as conduct when it is used as verb. For example, her conduct is good. Here it is used as noun. Here her conduct is good means her character is good. Guna anta kariteve. So, conduct, that is noun, it is not conduct. Okay. Then our teacher conducts test to the students. Our teacher conducts test to the students. Now here, first conduct is, that is noun. When it is used as noun, it should be pronounced as conduct, not conduct. When it is used as verb, it should be pronounced as what? Conduct. It should be pronounced as conduct. Yes. We conducted a tournament. A tournament was conducted, not conducted. Okay. Yes. The same word may be used as verb and sometimes noun, and we can also use it as adjective. How? A beautiful child is swimming. Swimming, verb, where? In the swimming pool. Swimming pool, that is adjective. That is adjective. Yes. The child laughs, verb. Laughter is the best medicine. Laughter, that is noun. That is noun. So, we have discussed that is the use of what? How can we try to use the same word as noun and verb? Okay. Yes. Then since last 2 or 3 classes, we had discussed about some grammar items and some important vocabulary also. Yes. Now, I think in these virtual classes, we used to discuss about grammar, letter writing. Hmm? Whereas very rarely we discuss about poems and prose. Yes. This year, there is one important poem. There is a very important poem for 10th standard second language student. And the name of that poem is Grandma Climbs a Tree. I think it is not the right time to explain. I think it is not the right time to explain once again poem in this online virtual classes. So I would like to give the glimpse of this poem. I would like to give just the idea of this poem. So from the point of view of your coming public examination, if you just listen to this teaching, if you go through this poem, I think definitely you can score solid 4 marks or 3 marks. You can definitely score 3 marks or 4 marks. Or you may get even 2 marks also. So there may be the chance of asking the question for long answer, that is 4 marks, that is a summary of the poem. How can you say that grandma was a genius? Yes. What does Ruskin Bond tell us about extraordinary qualities of his grandma? How can you say that grandma was very active even in her old age like that? So question may be different, whereas the answer is same. Here in this poem, you have to highlight the good qualities of grandma. So what is Grandma Climbs a Tree? Grandma Climbs a Tree is an interesting poem. So here you have to write down the summary of the poem. You can write in just 8 to 10 sentences. I think if you are going to write down this poem in just 4 sentences, you can score 2 marks. If you write down just 4 sentences, you can score 2 marks. If you write down 8 sentences, you can once again score 4 marks. So I would like to give short time, I think 5 to 10 minutes, because you had read the poem. Your teachers have read this poem thoroughly in the classroom. So once again, I wouldn't like to read this poem. I would like to highlight the poem, saying, now first of all, who wrote this poem? See, Grandma Climbs a Tree is a poem written by Ruskin Bond. If you write down this sentence, I think definitely you can score half mark or even 1 mark in the examination. Grandma Climbs a Tree is a poem written by Ruskin Bond. Some of the average students are there. They think that Grandma Climbs a Tree is a poem written by Ruskin Bond. Very difficult sentence. No, you can write down, this poem was written by Ruskin Bond. Or you can write, Ruskin Bond wrote this poem. Ruskin Bond wrote the poem Grandma Climbs a Tree. In Kannada, there is a beautiful proverb that is ಅವರವರ ಭಾವಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರವರ ಭಕುತಿಗೆ ಇರುತಿಹನು ಶಿವಯೋಗಿ, like that. So you can try to use very simple sentence. So in the beginning of the poem, the poet tells us that his grandmother was a genius. First of all, what is the meaning of genius? Genius means an extraordinary person or woman. We say Shankaracharya is genius. Acharya Madhva is genius. Extraordinary. Ruskin Bond tells us that his grandmother was genius. So how can you write? The poet tells us that his grandmother was genius. Kashtagatta? Yes. I will make it very simple. So you can write down grandma was a genius. You see, only three words are there. What is that? Grandma was a genius. Grandma was a genius. This poem was written by Ruskin Bond. Grandma was a genius. Ruskin Bond tells us that his grandma was a genius. Illi ಎರಡು sentence ಆಯಿತು. We have covered 2 points. If you cover these 2 points, if you write down these 2 points, definitely you can score solid 1 mark. ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 mark ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿ ಆಯಿತು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Yes. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ why does the poet call his grandma a genius? Because she could climb the trees very easily. Aitalva. I would like to make this sentence very simple for you. What is that? Grandma was fond of climbing the trees. Very simple sentence. I have prepared this sentence for your sake. I have not copied this sentence from any source. ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವ, ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕೊಡಿದ್ದನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದದಲ್ಲ. ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸುಲಭ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಈ ವಾಕ್ಯವನ್ನ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದದ್ದು. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್? ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಫಾಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಲೈಂಬಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟ್ರೀ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್? She was fond of climbing the tree. First sentence is Grandma Climbs a Tree is a poem written by Ruskin Bond. Second sentence is that is Grandma was a genius. Grandma was a genius. Third sentence is she was fond of climbing the tree. ಮೂರು ವಾಕ್ಯ ಆಯಿತು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Yes. Next you can write down she could climb the trees very easily. She could climb the trees very easily. Yes, see. If you write these 4 sentences, I think definitely you can score 1.5 mark or 2 marks. English nalli fail agudu bahala kashta, pass agudu bahala ಸುಲಭ. ಫೈಲ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ 4 ವಾಕ್ಯವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಅದನ್ನ ಚಂದ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ 4 ಸಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಖಂಡಿತ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆ. ಸರಿಯಪ್ಪ, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಏನಪ್ಪ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ನು 4 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ತೆಗೆಯುವ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಎಸ್. Now who taught her to climb the tree? ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? Answer is her beloved brother taught her to climb the tree. You see, now I am here trying to teach you this very simple poem without the help of textbooks. Text ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? We are here to not to memorize the poem. Here we are here to yes, highlight this qualities of grandma. Yes, she did not fall from a tree. Her beloved brother taught her to climb a tree. Who was her guide? Her guide was none other than her beloved brother. So the guidance guided by a good guide is really guiding force for us. ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಬರಿಬಹುದು ನೀವು ಸಮ್ಮರಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪೋಯಮ್ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ, ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಜೀರ್ಣ ಆಗತ್ತ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್? ದ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ guided by a good guide is really a guiding force for a good person, for a genius. Here, who was her guide? Her guide was none other than her beloved brother. Her beloved brother taught her to climb the tree when she was just 6 years old. Nodi, aitalva. And her guide was none other than her beloved brother. You can write down this sentence. What is that? What is that? Her beloved brother taught her to climb the tree. Did she fall from the tree? No, she did not fall from the tree. You are 10th standard students. ನಾನು ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಖಂಡಿತ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. You can listen it again and again. You can try to copy down my sentences. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಲಿಸನಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್ಸ್. ಐ ನೋ ಇಟ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಎಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್? ಒನ್ ಡೇ ಶಿ ಕ್ಲೈಂಬ್ಡ್ ದ ಟ್ರೀ. One day she climbed the tree and could not come down. One day she climbed the tree and could not come down. She was rescued. Adar kaapadalpadtaale. She was rescued and she was taken to the physician, to the doctor. ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇನ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. She was rescued. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಸಾಕಪ್ಪ ನೀವು. ಎಸ್. ದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನ್ಡ್ ಹರ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನದು? ದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಟುಕ್ ಹರ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್. ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಟು ಹರ್. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಬಬ್ಲಿ ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಸಫರಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹೈ ಫೀವರ್. ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಹೈ ಫೀವರ್. ಎಸ್. The doctor advised her to take a rest for week. Grandma wanted a house in a tree top. Her wish was very strange. What did she want? Grandma wanted a small hut or wooden hut on the top of the tree. ಮರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಪುಟ್ಟ ಗೂಡು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಮರದ ಸಣ್ಣ ಮನೆಯನ್ನ ಅವಳು ಬಯಸ್ತಾಳೆ. This shows that her wish was very strange. Yes. She asked her son to build a small hut for her on the top of the tree. She asked her son means poet's father to build a small wooden house for her on the top of the tree. Yes, her son, whose son? Grandma's son, poet's father. Grandma's son and poet's father was obedient, pramanika, videya, and beautiful. He obeyed her. He obeyed her. Yes. And then did he build a house for her? Yes. He built a small house for her on the top of the house. ನೋಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸುಲಭ ಇದೆ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, her son was dutiful and obedient. ನೋಡಿ ಇದೆಷ್ಟು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. She was rescued. RESCUED. She was rescued. Her son was obedient and dutiful. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ 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 ನೀವು 8 ವಾಕ್ಯವನ್ನು ಖಂಡಿತ ಬರಿಬಹುದು. ಬರೀ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ 4ರಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ತೆಗೆಯುವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಸಂಶಯ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲ. Her son built a house for her on the top of the tree. He fulfilled his wish, ಅಥವಾ the wish of grandma was fulfilled. What is that? The wish of grandma was fulfilled. Grandma lived in her house on the tree. Grandma lived on her house on the tree. So, this is the brief theme or summary of the poem Grandma Climbs a Tree. If you write down 4 sentences, definitely you can score 2 marks. So, try to write down at least 4 sentences. If you try, you can write down 6 sentences. So, easily you can try to write down 8 sentences. And if you studied thoroughly, you can write at least 10 to 12 sentences. So, I have given you very, very, very simple sentences for you. How grandma was a genius. She was fond of climbing the trees. Her beloved brother taught her to climb the trees. The grandma could climb the tree very easily. She did not fall from the tree like that. Definitely you can score 2 to 3 marks. Okay? Yes. Now, yes. Now, in our previous class, we had discussed something about, that is question tags. Now, I think it is the time just to revise this question tag once again. You see, all of you look at in your mobile screen. Look at in your mobile screen some of the sentences. Some of the sentences are written down there. I think we cannot cover all the sentences here. I think we can cover some of the very important sentences. Okay. Yes. You can read if you have time. If you have notebook in your hands, you can write down the sentences. Okay. First of all, try to read the first 10 sentences. Yes. I kindly request all my beloved children, read the first 10 sentences. Okay? Yes. The first sentence is, that is, the player kicked the ball hardly. It is not kicked, it is kicked. Number 2, You invited him to your function. What is that? You invited him to your function. Number 3, Lata's mother asks you to do this. Number 4, the famous doctor treated you. Number 5, you consulted that famous surgeon. Number 6, your brother scored highest marks in English. Number 7, her sister sang a melodious song. And number 8, you remember that incident even today. Number 9, you want to enjoy your summer vacations. Number 10, those wise boys painted this beautiful picture. Yes. Now, I give you 2 to 3 minutes. I give you 2 to 3 minutes. Just write down number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, come on. Now, write down the question tag. Yes. All the students, you can observe. All the children, you can observe. Nearly 8 to 10 sentences have been given there. Read the sentences thoroughly and write down the question tags only. Question tags only. You may not write down the complete sentence once again. Okay? Yes. Try to write down the answer of first sentence. Try to write down the answer of first sentence. How? Look at the verb there. Look at the verb there. Whether the verb is in present tense or past tense. Whether there is auxiliary. If the auxiliary is there or hidden auxiliary, then what we have to do? Whether this is do, does, or did. Do negative, don't. Does negative, doesn't. Did negative, didn't. Whenever there is past tense, that means did. The sentence is in affirmative, that means didn't. Very easy, very easy. Okay. So look at the second one. Look at the second sentence. Point out the verb. Point out the verb. Whether this is in present or past. If the verb is in past, the auxiliary is dash. You should find out the answer. Read the third sentence. Third sentence. Point out the verb. Observe whether there is auxiliary. Yes. And you can move on to fourth sentence. Yes, that famous doctor treated you. Treated, yes, that is past tense. Auxiliary is hidden, hidden. Treated, waited, chanted. Yes. Hidden auxiliary is there. Then, fifth one, you consulted that famous surgeon. Your brother scored highest marks. Scored. Then then next sentence. Her sister sang a melodious song. Then you remember that incident even today. Then you want to enjoy your summer vacation. Yes. You can correct it. That is, you enjoyed your summer vacation. Okay. It is not you want to enjoy. You enjoyed your summer vacation. Then those wise boys painted this beautiful picture. Yes. Now we shall try to correct the answer written by you. ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು ಬಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಹಕ್ಕಿ. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಬರಕೊಂಡದ್ದಾಯಿತು, ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಟ್ಟಿನ ಒಂದು ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಕೂಡ ಆಯಿತು. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಬರ್ದದ್ದು ಸರಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ತಪ್ಪಿದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರಿ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಹಳ ಸುಲಭದ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಬಹಳ ಸುಲಭ. ಮಾರೋ ಗೋಲಿ, ಈಸ್, isn't ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ವಾಸ್, wasn't, ಆರ್, aren't. ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹಿಡನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನಪ್ಪ, ಹಿಡನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಂಬರ್ 1, ಎಸ್. What sentence? The player kicked the ball hardly. Kicked, did. That is, didn't player, he or she. Didn't he or she. You invited him to your function. Invited past tense. Once again, didn't you, past tense. Didn't you. Okay. Lata's mother asks you to do this. Lata's mother asks. Doesn't she. Doesn't she. Then that famous doctor treated you. That famous doctor treated you. Treated, past tense. Did treat. So didn't he or she. Remember, doctor may be he or she. Doctor may be he or she. Then you consulted that famous surgeon. Consulted, didn't you. Once again, didn't you. Your brother scored highest marks in English. Your brother scored, didn't he. Once again, didn't he. Okay. Next, her sister sang a melodious song. Sang, past tense. Didn't she. What is that? Didn't she. You remember that incident even today. You remember. You do remember. That means don't you. What is that? Don't you. Okay. Next, number 9. That is not you want to enjoy. You enjoyed your summer vacation. Enjoyed, past tense. Didn't you. Once again, didn't you. Last one. Those wise boys painted this beautiful picture. Wise boys painted, didn't they? Didn't they? Yes. So, today we would like to stop the class. We shall meet once again in our next class. Thank you.